So, back for another Funconventional, and this time it's going to be with Rapidash, a Pokemon that has really never had a niche in VGC at all. It was one of the few ally switches before Ally Switch became a move tutor, so that was something it had going for it. But yeah, like getting a Galarian form has definitely helped its viability out, but not really that much. 105 is a very good speed tier. It's just in that awkward speed tier where you really want it to outspeed Durant. And then you might as well have a Durant instead of the Rapidash based on its niche, because it's really just going for max moves with the Life Orb. With actually very good coverage. That is what it has going for it. Its coverage is very, very nice. And you have access to max moves that have good benefit as well. You probably should have both of the stabs. Zen Headbutt over Psycho Cut, because doesn't really matter about the accuracy too much, because you should be maxing the Rapidash when you're using it. So you do want that tiny bit of extra power on your max Mindstorms, and then Play Rough as well. And then Iron Tail and High Horsepower have the nice coverage of the increasing both defenses for your teams. You can also go for bounces if you want, or max Airstreams to get speed boosts as well. That is an entirely reasonable boost for your Pokemon as well. And then Wild Charge would be for things like Butterfree and Hypnosis and Sleep Powder spam as well. You really hate sleep, and you could maybe make a case for Swords Dance, because that's something it does have over Durant. Durant doesn't have its Home Claws at the moment, which I did think it did for a while, and was wondering why people weren't using it, but then I only found out recently that it was a previous generation move, but that explains it. So that's something that Rapidash can do over Durant. It can set up with the Swords Dance. I'm pretty sure that Rapidash, like Cantonian Rapidash, didn't have Swords Dance before this generation, so that is quite a nice enough, not enough, buff for it. That's the word I'm looking for. But yeah, not too complex with this Rapidash. Just hit hard with very good coverage. And if you want to get somewhat fancy, you could go for the Imprison Trick Room routes. Really, you shouldn't be using Rapidash too much as a Trick Room user. There are definitely better Trick Room users. Gardevoir is much better than Rapidash as a Trick Room user that's the Psychic Fairy, so you should be using that instead. But this would still have access to the Imprison Trick Room combination, so does Gardevoir, but this would be a physical one if you want to hit hard like that. If you have your Sash available as well, which you may not, but Heal Pulse, I'm pretty sure Gardevoir even gets Heal Pulse, so maybe you want to put Ally Switch. No, Gardevoir would get Ally Switch. Hypnosis gets Hypnosis. Charm. But Gardevoir gets Will-O-Wisp. See, that's the problem with the Rapidash. They probably should be a Gardevoir, so there's not too many actual niches. It would have been nice if this was available back in like 2017 when Toxic was everywhere, because Pastel Veil is really not going to come into play too much, and its other abilities are really just not worth it. It's even got an ability that literally does nothing in competitive with Runaway. But yeah, I think these are probably the two best sets for Rapidash. I couldn't think of anything better, and even then, it's kind of grasping at straws. But there's still Cantonian Rapidash as well, would kind of be doing the same thing as Galarian Rapidash, except its coverage is really not as good. Like, those are the three best moves for Cantonian Rapidash. But to be fair, with just Fire as your stab, you don't need as much coverage with your moves, because Flare Blitz, Wild Charge, and High Horsepower does cover a lot, and does have much more space for Sword Stance on the Cantonian Rapidash as well. And it still has access to Ally Switch, it still has access to Hypnosis, and it has Will-O-Wisp over Charm. I think it still has Charm, but Will-O-Wisp is technically better than Charm, if you do hit, that is. So maybe you can make use of the Flash Fire boosts. Pairing it with a Durant is awkward, because you really want Life Orb on Rapidash, and then that means you're not having Life Orb on Durant, so yeah, this is a very awkward one. Rapidash really has not been a good Pokemon, even with getting a new form. It's still, like, yeah, the coverage is good, but you do want to be just blasting through with things. And is Rapidash really the best thing to just Dynamax and blast through things? Because it's got base 100 attack. That's really not that great, and probably should be something else. There's not too many main niches otherwise, unfortunately. But that's going to be it for Rapidash. Like, there's really not too much else to say about it. It's just slightly faster than a lot of things, so make use of its speed, because outspeeding Charizard and below is significant. Like, that is something it has going for it. So if you do need something a bit faster than Gardevoir, or a bit faster than, I guess, Chandelure would be the Flash Firemon. But yeah, that's going to be it for Rapidash. Very short one, but really not much I can say about it. It's really not worth it. So the next 3 Pokemon that will be in contention for the next Funconventional, I'll be putting Runerigus back into the poll because it came a close second to Rapidash before. There's also going to be Graplocked and Frostmoth as the other 2 Pokemon that will be in the poll. So as always, I will put my own comments into the comment section of saying those 3 Pokemon. Please like the Pokemon you want to be considered for the next Funconventional, and also put into the comments Pokemon you want to be considered for the next poll for Funconventional as well, and like those comments of other people's comments as well, so that I will see the most liked comments so that I can put it into the poll. So like the comments so that it can go into the poll, and then like those comments in the poll so it can be featured in Funconventional. So that's going to be it for Rapidash. Thanks for watching.